We're in between bands right now. We've had a couple of outer bands go over us. It looks like it's going to be another hour or two before a mid band hits us. And the mid bands is when they say shit gets real. Now it looks like that it has been, they're now forecasting that by the time it gets to us, it'll probably be category 2, and that's good because that'll be winds of 75 to 90 and then maybe gusts of up to 105, 110. So we can, our house can probably withstand winds 120, 130, something like that. And so that'll be good. It still won't save the windows, but it will, it'll be less damaging. So, but we are expecting to have, really a lot of damage to the house. So I've done damage to the house already by blocking the windows and everything. We put up furniture pads. If you look at some of the videos that I posted on my YouTube channel, we used actual like furniture pads across the windows because they got a good strength to them. And we had to put in nails that are concrete nails. And so, yes, we're not believing that the dishwashers are waterproof. I have a Pelican case that all of our important documents are in. So the Pelican case can go like 30 feet underwater. It'll float. It's going to be fine. So so we're looking at maybe a couple hours before the next band really hits us. When that comes through, we'll probably, or actually we're already under tornado warnings right now. Or whatever, it's the step down from, there's like tornado alert. I don't know what it is, but they're saying right now that we could be getting tornadoes right now. So our phones are set that they go off if there's a tornado detected close by. And it's a watch. Okay, yes, watch. And so, yeah, that's, I guess, kind of normal in this. I was in, Hurricane Isaac. When I was in Mississippi. And it was like category 1 or just downgraded to tropical storm by the time it hit us. That was fun to go out and film in and everything. This is not, the winds in this, part of the problem with this is that it's really going to get bad about 8 o'clock tonight. You can see at the bottom right of the corner that it's 2:45 right now. And so in about 5 hours from now is when we'll be into hurricane force winds. And from about 8 p.m. until about 4 a.m. And that's going to be, of course, it's going to be dark. It's going to be hard to see anything on camera. I wish I had a light out on that palm out there so that you could see it even at night. But I don't. The big camera will go into night mode, and it'll go into black and white so you can see things a lot better. But it still won't give you fine detail. And if it's getting bad enough to where windows are breaking and everything, the camera that I'm on right here, we'll be turning it off because the family will be in here. So this is our safe room. We got it all built up. Got the window completely covered, blocked out. Put the bookcases in front of it. I used my other. This is my office, guys. My streaming setup, my Epic streaming setup. This is my office that we're ending up using because it's right next to the bathroom as well, which has no windows and is a really good place if we have a tornado coming over or if roof blows off or crap like that. And so anyway, the camera in this room will go off if we bring the family in here. Although the kids have come in and danced around a few times for you guys on camera. Oh, and the cat's coming in and looking around. So we're now keeping one of the cats in here. That she's a real scaredy cat, and we don't. She'll just bolt whichever way she's pointed if she gets really scared, and so she's been in here, and the other cats, they don't care. Although if you look at my latest video, we put calming collars on them because they were starting to get really freaked out, and so. Yeah, I wish I had a good cat cam. I know you guys would like that even if they were sleeping, I'm sure. So, anyway, I will be sometime within the next couple of hours, you know, maybe around 6 o'clock when the new band comes over, I'm going to pull out my camera and I'm going to go out in the backyard or something and have the wind blow me around while I say something on camera. And, you know, that'll be good. I do plan on, some of my plans for today are to get a shower. I mean, I just showered last night, but I've been working my ass off getting everything ready here. But then they're telling us that if our power goes out, we could be out for a week, for up to a week. And we could lose water as well. So if that happens, you know, I'm going to get a shower in today because I don't want to, I don't know. It just doesn't sound good not having a shower for a week. So anyway, yes, I could just go outside, free shower. Probably wouldn't videotape that. By the way, thank you for those the bits donations and you know there was some donations yesterday. I actually haven't looked today that came through PayPal. So you guys, I really appreciate that. If you know we lose stuff or whatnot, I'll be using that for you know helping to rebuild. And if we don't need it for that, then it'll go towards the show, and it'll go toward you know improvement to the show. So I got my stream machine running right now, and it's a big machine. It's 6 cores, and it allows me to do. I'm broadcasting this to both YouTube and to Twitch at the same time. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Hello, everybody on Twitch. So 2,000 viewers on Twitch and 50 to 100 is what it seems to be on YouTube. YouTube has DVR, by the way, you guys, and it's the Pasco County cam, and it has DVR. So if something interesting happens, you can go back and look at it. I am also recording everything, and that's part of another reason why I have such a beefy machine. I'm able to record all this at the same time, so if we capture something that's, you know, really cool or really bad or whatever, I'll be able to I'll be able to pull a clip of that. And so, and then I'm posting videos to my channel. So anyway, I just want to thank all of you for the donations today. That tells me that thank you, Dark Wrath, for posting a link to the Pasco cam. It's basically the same thing as right here, except you can go back and DVR it. But anyway, it tells me that you appreciate the content. I'll give you a couple of stats. Okay, so yes, the bathtub comments, guys. So we're filling up the bathtub upstairs in one of our bathrooms up. And we're gonna have a bucket there in case we lose water, so we can still flush the toilets. Because you just open up the back of the toilet and pour water in, you can flush it. And but then we've also got a lake here, so you know we can go into the lake and grab water. So let's see what else. Yeah, I'll give you some stats. So. We've had 55,000 people stop by this Twitch broadcast. Thank you, everybody. We've had an average for at least the last 6 or 8 hours of 2,000 viewers or more. And yeah, Dark Wrath, I'll have to do that in a bit. I haven't got that one up in front of me right here. And then I've had 57,000 views as of a couple of hours ago on my hurricane videos that I've been posting on YouTube. And the most popular one has 22,000 views. That is me talking about the news channels embellishing everything. We got a really good news guy we've been watching, and he tends to just give things that are real and doesn't embellish anything, and I really like him. It's one thing, if you guys don't live in the United States, you may not know this, but in the United States, they sensationalize the hell out of the news. And it just annoys the crap out of me. I would rather, instead of seeing all the death and destruction stuff on the news, I would much rather see stuff about people who are making positive impacts in the community and people who are doing really great things, or that, yes, there was this big accident on the freeway and some people died, but 10 people stopped and did everything they could to help, and talk about those 10 people that are the heroes instead of the zeros, you know? And so, that's why I was talking about that on that, and it's kind of sparked some things. A lot of people telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I should believe every word that they're saying and everything. And I don't believe it. So it totally is the, not everybody is embellishing, but overall the media embellishes the crap out of everything. And it's just hard to watch. You know, when I visited Canada last and I turned on the local news, oh, hell yeah. I'm like, this is good news. You guys in Canada, I mean, you don't even know how good you got it, because the news was so much different. It wasn't so sensational, and it wasn't just a bunch of crap. So anyway, and I tell you, another good news channel that I like is Al Jazeera. And they don't broadcast in the U.S. anymore. You have to get them on YouTube. And even though they're a Saudi-owned channel, they have U.S. people running portions of it. And you know what? They are, you know, they don't sensationalize things. And it's a lot more about humans and everything. And I just really appreciate that. So anyway... yeah, the news should remain impartial and non-sensationalized. I agree. So anyway, there's other stuff that I like to be sensational. You know, if you are playing up for a crowd or whatnot, if you know, I'm, you know, going out and battling in my ship and I get killed or whatnot, and I want to cry a little bit on camera and embellish that a little bit, hell yeah, we're having a good time. But it shouldn't be part of the news shouldn't be that way. So anyway, I'm feeling really good right now. We've got all of our preparations done. We've done everything that we possibly can. I have more stuff that I will do for the next hurricane, meaning that it is that there are other stuff that I will do to prep for a hurricane in the future. I'm going to figure out getting all of our windows boarded up and everything. That is important to me. Our safety in the house and the house's ability to survive a really bad storm goes up if we're able to board up all the windows. And so, you know, I wish that I could, you know, do that. I don't have a light to light up the palm. Well, do I? You know what? I have some 500-watt bulbs and stuff that are lights for the stuff, but that palm has got to be 30 feet away from where I'd have to have it, and there's no way that light could get wet. You run a 500-watt bulb at and it gets wet, it will explode. So, yeah, you know, so steel shutters, or at least, you know, wood over them. And so I'll figure that out for next time. And thanks for the love, guys. So I will figure that out for next time, and or we leave. So, you know, the reason that we're here right now is that we have when it first started looking really bad and everything, it was all talking about going up the East Coast and maybe even being way out east and everything. And so as time went on, we started thinking, well, maybe, you know, as it started looking worse and worse, maybe we should leave. And this is in my videos on YouTube. And so then I went to the shelter, the local shelter here, an hour after they opened. They already had a ton of people in there. And I talked to them, and they said that basically the shelters are open for those people who are in areas that are mandatory evacuation. By the way, 6.5 million people here in Florida in mandatory evacuation. That is the largest evacuation ever in the United States. Now, but one of the reasons why we decided not to leave is because our house, our neighborhood is in an area that is a evacuation zone to go to. So there's no evacuation. We are not rated at all for evacuations here. And it is that we are in an evacuation that basically other people are coming here. And so anyway, and then figuring out the ratings on our house and everything, like that our structure is rated for category 3, our roof, you know, from separating from the house by law is supposed to be rated for a low-end category 4. And so, you know, the biggest worry is the windows. And if the windows blow in, then it causes lift. So we've done a whole bunch of things to help keep that from happening. All the doors in the entire house are shut, including all the closet doors, except for this one right here. It's because the cats are in here and there's a cat box in there, you know, and so, you know, so we're keeping the pressure in the house from increasing if windows blow out and everything. And so I feel pretty good about how we're doing this now. I'd feel better if we had boards on the windows on the outside. I also have figured out our directions and which way we're pointing. And so the camera looking out back over the lake, that is southwest. And the one looking at the palm tree is almost north. And so what we're looking at here now is that we're going to getting most of the winds from, until about 2 a.m., most of the winds are going to be from the east. And so the east is this direction over here. And we have another house the same size as ours that's right next to us that is going to block that wind for us. So I'm not so worried about that, but the winds to worry about are the ones that are within 25 miles of the eye wall. And those ones could be, you know, well over 100 miles per hour. And as it stands right now, we are still within the path of the storm. So the margin of error on their predictions, we are still right in the middle of that. Even though what it looks like is going to happen is it's going to go a little bit east of us. When a hurricane, because of the direction that it spins, when it goes east of you, the winds on the east side are always worse. We would hope to be 50 miles plus away from the eye on the east side. That's probably not going to happen. We're probably going to end up 25 miles aside. Oh, okay. we're probably going to end up 25 miles or so if it comes through this way. So we are going to get some heavy winds. Anyway, as far as evacuating and stuff, they're telling people to come here, and we've invited people over. So, and we've talked with all of our neighbors. A lot of our neighbors here have family that's come to here that live closer to the coast and everything. So, anyway, while this is going to create a lot of hardship for us probably, and for a lot of other people, I feel like at the same time that our lives are not in danger and everything. I think we're going to be just fine. The house could sustain a lot of damage. If any window blows in, then it's gonna rip the coverings that I put over the windows. It's gonna rip those right off, and it's going to totally swirl around everything in there. Everything is gonna get pelted with stuff, and the walls are gonna be wrecked. Carpet's gonna be wrecked. Ceiling's gonna be wrecked. That room will have to be gutted and then redone. And so I hope we don't lose any windows, but I think that we will. And I've taken everything except for the stream machine. The stream machine's worth a lot of money, but it is replaceable, and I want to keep this show up and running. It is everything else has been put under plastic bags and everything, and so we've covered everything else up. Hold on a second. So my buddy who's in St. Pete is messaging me. Yeah, so he's just telling me that that it's he says it might be as low as Cat 1 by the time it gets here, and he says that's cakewalk. So, and that's good. And so the latest predictions I saw was that it was not going to be Cat 3. It was actually going to be Cat 2, and that's because you can see up there, you see on the picture right now that it's going up over land. The more that it hits land, the better it's going to be going north. If it goes back out to sea again and stays off the coast, that's where it gets its fuel. The fuel for the hurricane is the warmth of the water, and the water that we have right where that eye is right now, it is over 90 degrees, and that is insanely warm. It's some of the warmest water in the world right now, and this is why this storm is so big. Some other interesting things about this: this is the biggest hurricane ever in the Atlantic. So, and it eclipses everything. It's going completely across the state. This, where it's making landfall right now, is near Naples, and that is opposite of Miami. And Miami right now, what we're seeing over there is that Miami has storm surge, and downtown Miami is underwater. So it's it's looking pretty bad, and it's huge. This storm is absolutely huge. So anyway, okay. I'm gonna leave y'all for a little while here, and I'll come back and talk to you some more. I can do that some more now that things are going better. And if we do bunker down in here, I may pull the cam down and make it so it'll just see me, and I'll talk to you guys as we go through this. But seriously, in all honesty, if the kids are freaking out, if they're like crying and stuff like that, I'm not going to have any of that on camera. Yeah, we just don't need to share that. Sure, it's real, but need to give them the respect of not sharing that. So anyway, okay. I will see you all in a little bit, and thank you again for all the donations, the bits, and the other donations. I 100% appreciate it, and so we'll use that for fixing shit after the storm.